Hello, welcome back to AJM Learn. Today I'm going to show you how to change the color of a single button on your Squarespace site, or all the buttons in a section, or all the buttons on a page, basically showing you how to target individual buttons. So, all right, I'll paste this in directly from the post. It's also in the video description. And what you're going to need to do is find the block ID. So essentially here, we're targeting the primary button. So you will need to change this to either secondary or tertiary if you're targeting a button that you have with that setting. So for example, mine here are set as primary. And you'll need to find the block ID. I always use the Squarespace ID Finder Google extension. It shows them for you. So I'm going to target this first button right here. So I'm just going to click on that. It copies it for you and paste it here. So you'll see it immediately take that change. I have the background color, a border, and the font color. You can obviously get rid of any of this. If any of it's not responding, for example, the background color doesn't seem to need the important tag, you could always add it if it's not responding. If you don't want a border, you can simply get rid of that line. Whatever you need, you can adjust. So you can see if I were to change it to this block, if I could, highlight that, it would change to that button. Awesome. So next, I'll show you if you want to change all the buttons in one section for whatever reason. The idea here is if you wanted a button to stand out specifically above the others on your page because you already have them styled. I like consistency on a site, but there are times where you kind of want them to stand out on a page. So if you wanted to change all the buttons in one section, I'm going to go with this section here. Again, this is like just my play around site, so there's not really any real design. So I'm going to grab the section ID for this, replace that block ID, but you just paste it in the same spot. And now all the buttons in this section will be that style. So you can see it again. If I wanted to switch it to this section, all the buttons will be this style. Lastly, you can do the exact same thing for an entire page. Again, for whatever reason, maybe you have a page that's branded a bit differently. I know some of my clients like to add a landing page for maybe like a second business to their site. So if you needed to actually do a lot of CSS on one page, this would be a good way to do that. You're going to add that collection ID instead. So go over your section ID, add the collection ID, and now all the buttons on this page are going to be styled this way. All right, hope that helps. We post videos every week, so make sure to subscribe.